Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 3 July 2025, the day before Independence Day. It is Thursday night at 9 o'clock. It must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video so you can peruse them at your leisure. You do need to be familiar with them if you're going to try to buy a knife or knives, because we do things a specific way every Thursday. Now, also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel to further help you with your purchase experience. The first one is entitled A Primer for Buyers. That one is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale that explains how we do things and why. Every Thursday night, it'll be very helpful if you're a noob. The second link pertains to you if you're interested in moving along some of your personal collection and you'd like me to sell them for you. It's called FAQs for Consignors. That video explains how this madness all works from the consignor's perspective. Then we have the third link, which is to my rates and services video for the APostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And this, by the way, is a great time to send in sharpening. It usually gets a little thin in the summer, and this one no exception. So if you need some of your dull blades sharp, watch that video, or at least read the data in the description. It kind of explains how to get the ball rolling on that. So at the top of the video description, you'll have those 3 links. Then you'll have the terms of the sale in the middle. Then at the bottom, you'll have the list of tonight's inventory, what y'all came for, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you will generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife, as shown in the video. And the price on the right is the price of your knife as sharpened by the APostleP Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening this week because tomorrow, Friday, is the 4th of July, and I'm not going to work. And the post office will be closed too, so Saturday morning will be the ship date for all the as shown knives. Your as sharpened knife should ship within 2 weeks, so not a big wait time. If you see the word sold, all caps, exclamation point in lieu of pricing for any given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner, so no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it about anything marked sold in the inventory list. I think that's it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you now, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we've got a few leftovers from last week at some screaming deals. We're going to start them off with this one. It's from Brous Blades. We got the box. We got the foam. We have no card, though, with this one. I don't think. It is not under there anywhere. No, it is not. It doesn't really matter. The knife is the Tyrant. It comes in some kind of a silvery coated aluminum handle. It does not look like Cerakote to me. It's definitely not an anno. I'm not sure how they did that. Very Brousian in its design language. It is a nightmare Tonto, wouldn't you say? In kind of a dark acid wash tumbled kind of finish going on. Blade steel's D2, blade length 4 1/8. Handle length 5 9/16. It does have a very cool black milled titanium pocket clip. That'll be right hand tip up only. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism, locking up pretty early and quite securely. Ball bearing pivot. Beautiful, perfect centering. We'll call this near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock, probably discontinued. When they were available, they had a web retail of $170. We ran this one last week at 95 bucks. Got no takers. Dropped it to 80 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $70 this week on the Tyrant. 105 if you like it with my edge. Next up, a super cool, large, robust, overbuilt folder from Fox Knives. It's a folder. It comes in this box. Because we got, I don't know, we got that molly pouch. We got that dangle. We got that dangle. We got stickers. We got paperwork. All kinds of stuff. The knife is currently residing in this pouch. And yes, the closed knife barely fits. So let's see what we got going on here, shall we? Look at that behemoth. The closed length, or the handle length, on the Fox Tracker Meskwaki FX500 is 6 7/8. I would say it weighs 7 or 8 ounces. There is no regular opening mechanism. I don't know, can you? Yes, you can. You can fling it downward that way and open it. It's got a back lock. You can just pinch it open. You could probably wave it open too. I'll bet you. Oh yeah, I'm sure you could. Or you might even be able to fix a thumb stud. Anyway, OD green canvas micarta scales. We have a safety. That is not an axis lock, it's a safety. Does it lock it closed? It does. It also locks it open. It's like a crossbar lock. The blade is kind of a sight to behold. Crafted of Bowler N690 CO. The blade length is 5 7/16. Thickness looks like 3/16. We have one bevel here. We have one bevel here. We have one bevel here. Nice swedge. I think all of them are flat ground. Definitely emulates a Tom Brown tracker, wouldn't you say? That is a robust locking mechanism, and it is rock solid. But the blade's pretty free. Maybe freer than it ought to be. And how about that centering? Perfect. Like new in box with full carry accessory kit. This knife is currently available at a web retail price brand new of $344. We ran ours last week for $250. Didn't get any takers. Dropped it $2.25 for a week. $2.25 for the weekend. Easy for you to say. This week's price, $200. All in, shipped priority mail, $240 if you want me to sharpen all 3 edges on that massive blade. That is the Fox Tracker Meskwaki FX500. Next up, I can't believe this little cutie didn't sell last week, but it didn't. From Piranha, USA. We have a Fingerling in plain tactical camo, which is some kind of a printed on finish. I don't think that can all be hard anodized, can it? I don't know. It's a little tiny button lock side folding auto. And it's so fast, like you didn't even see it open. It's that fast. Looks like we have a PVD coated blade, and it is bladed in 154 cm. The blade length is 2 7/16. The handle is 3 3/8. Pocket clip is right hand tip up. Lock up. Pretty rock solid. I got a little tiny bit of side play there, but very solid. Almost non-existent. And the centering, if you can see it, is perfect. And you're going to get this. A gutted paracord lanyard with a little skull bead thrown in for good measure. How about that? You can buy these brand new for $140 web retail, which isn't a bad buy on a US-made auto knife. We ran it for $80 last week. No takers. Dropped it to $70 for the weekend. Still here. Let's do $60 this week. That's less than half price. $85 if you want my edge on it. That is the Fingerling automatic in camo from Piranha. That knife deserves more love than it's getting. Next up, we have one lone survivor in the vast lot of high-end padlocks. This one is from ABLOY, code card included. It is the ABLOY model 340KD. KD stands for keyed different. I'm not sure what that means, but you padlock heads will get it. Green dot, 2 keys, by the way. All right, we have 4 5/16 inches in height. I think that's almost 2 inches in headroom, something like that. 2 1/4 inches across, 15/16 thick. These are so cool. Let's see if I can open it up for you here. All right. So that deep key well. No spring, all business. Super smooth internals on these. And by the way, from the website see that the body of the lock is chrome plated hardened steel. The shackle is 11 millimeters. It is chrome plated boron steel. Condition near mint, no box, with card. This lock sells for $143 web retail. We offered it last week at 80, no takers, dropped it to 70 for the weekend, still here. Your last, well, I shouldn't say last and final. Your price this week, 60, no need to sharpen, on the ABLOY 340KD padlock. Okay, next up is our last leftover from last week. I kind of expected this one to sell. It's a Spyderco. It's a fixed blade. It's the FB08P Spot plain edge. So it's set up to be a neck knife, and this is so cool. And I think they did this from the factory. I've gutted paracord with beaded chain running through it, so if you wear it around the neck, it will not be uncomfortable. And that is fished through a fold-over Kydex sheath. Let's see. Yeah, that's righteous. So it's kind of like a dodo or a cricket, right? And it's an Aus 6. 1.5 inch blade length back to there. And from there back is 3 5/16. Let's see how that works. Oh, yeah, that actually works well in the hand. Blasted finish. You got your perforated flat area. Like new inbox. These are long discontinued and out of stock. I would think these were run in the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. And it's a righteous example. Sold listings on eBay range between $207 and $276 for this knife. It must be iconic in some corner of the collecting world. We ran this one last week at $175, got no takers, dropped it to $140 for the weekend. This week, if you're a hardcore Spidey collector, you need this for $120 like it is. $145 if I sharpen it, but you don't want to sharpen it. Well, that wraps up the leftovers. Let's get to the fresh stuff this week. Here's an interesting knife company, what, from the early 2000s, I guess. M.O.D. Masters of Defense. For professionals, by professionals. It's the tactical company that was at some point purchased by the Blackhawk Products Group. I don't know what's in that huge box. Let's see. Bunch of cardboard, some paperwork, some literature. Knife ships in this nylon pouch that looks like it'll go vertical or horizontal. Okay, Velcro closure. It is the ATFK manual action, okay? So it's a button lock knife, but it opens with a thumb stud. Black hard anodized aluminum handle. It looks like a right-hand tip up or down pocket clip. I think you just change those screws. And I was going to say it had Track Tech inlays, but that's not what M.O.D calls them. They call it wing walk. Makes sense, right? Skateboard tape, right? Nice thumb stud flicking action. And I think it's a washerless design with mill-relieved aluminum slabs, right? So it's not smooth like ball bearings, but it does fling. Lock up on that button lock, rock solid. Blade centering, pretty doggone squared away. 154 cm is your blade steel. Nice swedged spear with a little bit of recurve at the base and a nice fuller. Blade length, 3 5/16. Handle, 4 7/16. We'll call it near mint in box. Discontinued, not a stock for a while. I'm not sure the company exists anymore. One sold recently at Arizona Custom Knives for $285. Hard to believe it was a nicer example than this one. Your price for this one, $160 like it is, $160, $185 if you'd like it to come with my edge. The M.O.D ATFK manual action. All right, next up we start the classic Wheelhouse Knives Party, and we're going to do it with Benchmade. Just take a look at the condition of that, I don't know, 25-plus-year-old box. The knife inside the box is this one. It is the Benchmade 330 Pardue. A very sweet, thin gent's knife. It is a titanium frame lock knife. Look how thin. Orange peel finished. Hard to do that in high volume production, I can tell you. Black G10, sort of 2/3 length scales. Knife opens with one beautifully machined thumb stud. What a nice little snick that makes. Yeah. There's the lockup on your titanium frame lock. Plenty robust for what this knife needs to be. Blade steel is ATS 34. It is 3 inches in length. The handle is 4 1/8. It is riding on phosphor bronze washers, I believe. I think I peeked in there and saw them. Super smooth. Rock solid lockup. And how's that for Benchmade centering? Condition on this will be near mint to like new in box. I think 1990s, late 90s production. Sold listings on eBay range between $171 and $200. Again, I don't think you're going to find a nicer one than this. And your price will be $150 like it is. $175 with my edge on that ATS 34 blade. That's the 330 Pardue from Benchmade. Speaking of Benchmade and Pardue, we got another one. The knife inside this box is the 350S Pardue, also designed by Mel. And guys, if it weren't for this, the bug out wouldn't exist. So this model, the 350, it's sort of morphed into an axis lock version. And that lightweight, thin axis lock version of this knife became really the bug out series. Bug out, bail out, tagged out, all that stuff. So here's what you got. A beautiful sort of modified coffin shaped, nicely stippled, grivery handle, I think. Parkerized Emerson style clip with the deeply stamped Benchmade USA. It is a liner lock knife in this form, and it has a very soft detent. So you really need to build thumb tension against the pivot when you're opening it. Blade steel is, do we know? I think we just know from history that it's ATS 34. It is a gorgeous swedged spear, false edge on top, combo edge, 3 inches in length. The handle is 4 1/8. Stainless steel liner lock is about 40%. Lockup is rock solid. Rides on phosphor bronze. Pretty nice action. Centering, very nice. Early 2000s, I believe, would have been the production time for this. Found one of these sold on eBay recently. It did $133, and again, I can't believe it was a nicer example than this one. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $110 and $130 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That's the 350S Pardue from Benchmade. Next up, check out this box, boys. It's a plain blue small box. This is how Spyderco used to do it back in the day. I think these were early 2000s. Very interesting box for the time period. It's the C13P Pro Grip. And this came from sort of a long line of knives. But this form was pretty interesting because of, if you look at the pattern on these craton inlays, they look a lot like the early Enduras and Delicas, not the modern Volcano grip, but the old one. And then more craton on the right-hand tip-down pocket clip, and it looks like there's some printing embossed, and I can't read it. Can you guys read it? It might be easier to read watching the video than it is looking at it with the naked eye. But that's what the Pro Grip means, all that craton. It's a midlock knife, no boy dent, bladed in ATS 55. It's kind of got a little stretch thing going on, doesn't it? Or the stretch has a little Pro Grip thing going on. No jimping, but a nice thumb ramp. All stainless steel handle. Let's see, is that midlock lockup solid? They all do. I mean, beautiful. Fairly free blade. And centering is pretty doggone close. Blade steel on the Pro Grip is ATS 55. The blade length is 2 13/16 inches in length. Handle length is 3 7/8. We'll call it near mint in box. Very near mint. Early 2000s production. I think they made these from 03 to 06. Something like that. Of course, long discontinued, not a stock. So I found one absolute beat up turd of this knife that I'm not going to give you a price reference for. But the ones that were in excellent to pristine conditions, sold listings on eBay, ranged between $130 and $286. Your price on this one, and when I say near mint, I mean only super fine hairlines in the satin of the handle. Other than that, it's like new. And good luck even finding those, just so you know. $120 like it is, $145 shipped priority mail on a piece of Spyderco history, and a super fine example. The C13P Pro Grip. Next up, is this our last Spyderco? It might be. Oh, no, it's not. Another old web box with the creeping bug. It's the C97 BMP Viele. I think that's how you say it. Viele 2, actually. A super interesting knife. So over here on the offside, the pile side, you have a hunk of black G10. And that nice clip like they put on the Masada Yube with the yellow bug. I love that. But look, over here on the show side, what? I got a beautifully satin finished stainless steel, I'm going to call it a scale, with a crowned black, I think that's linen micarta, sort of 3/4 scale with a beautiful curve. Open pillar construction. Stainless steel liner lock knife. Look at that sneaky thing. Kind of a modified Warncliffe with a like half-height deep hollow grind and a swedge. VG10 is your blade steel. Blade length is 2 15/16. The handle's 3 7/8. There's your lock engagement, nice and robust. That ain't going anywhere. Rock solid. Let's see the suspension system. Did I look? Teflon washers in this one. I think you can peek at one there. The action's silky smooth as you would expect with Teflon. The lockup's rock solid. The centering is, what did I call it? I called it off. Favors the high side scale as you're looking at it. Not rubbing, not even close. Early 2000s production, near mint to like new in box. Long gone, discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $186 and $260. If you're looking these up, guys, be very careful. They made a bunch of versions of similar knives. So use that model number, the C97 BMP. This one can be yours in near mint to like new in-box condition, $175 shipped priority mail, $200 with my edge. That's the Viele 2 from Spyderco. Next up, we have an absolute icon of Spyderco history. It is the C29P Cricket from early 2000s, given that box. Here we go. Look at that, boys. That satin finished stainless steel show side scale still has the protective plastic on it. Don't get one of those over here on the clip side. I do have a little tiny scratch in the clip. It would polish out easily if you wanted it to. Closed length of the Cricket, 2 3/4 inches. All stainless steel construction, cute little stainless steel frame lock. And you get that blade, that famous iconic Cricket blade, in VG10 on this one. The blade length is 1 15/16. The handle's 2 3/4. It opens with a hole. It is suspended on phosphor bronze washers. Centering is, doggone if it ain't perfect, it's awful close. Lockup is rock solid with a snicky little click. Like it. So we'll say the condition is very near mint, in box, early 2000s production. They're still in production, still making them the same way. You can buy a brand new one for $100. Spyderco map price or web retail. This one can be yours. A lot more pride of ownership in this one, I think. $75 like it is. $100 if you like it with an APOSTLEP edge. That's the Cricket C29P from Spyderco. Okay, now I think we got the last Spyderco in tonight's sale. Another little box with the spider stalking its prey on the web. Model number is jssp SS. It's the Jester, and this handwritten notation means it was Collector Club knife number 38. You don't see that every day. Here's the Jester. So it looks like a bug, right? Looks like a stainless steel handled bug. Midlock with boy dent. Fine satin, a couple very fine hairlines in that. But the blade is what's different. Look at there. Got that little horny toad looking blade. And I think these are, yes, they're all 6. That blade length is 1 15/16. The handle is 2 7/16. That pivot must be way up at the front to have that efficient blade to handle ratio. But here's the party trick of the Jester. Jimping and jimping. Forward jimping. What do you think about that? I mean, it's good jimping too. Lockup, dead rock solid. Blade, super free. Centering, oh, everything can't be perfect all the time. Very, very close. Very, very close. Early 2000s production. I could only find one sold listing for this knife on eBay, and it was a spider edge combo edge knife, which I don't think are worth as much. And it's not a sold listing, by the way. It's a current listing. Guy wants $175. Buy it now. How about we just go like less than half of that? This one, $85. All in. Shipped priority mail. That is the Jester. Collectors Club 038. Where is that? There it is. From Spyderco. 85 like it is, 105 sharpened. Next up, we've got some classic Kershaws coming up. Here we go with the first one. In the old red, white, and blue and silver box. Where do you think that knife might have been made? Well, right there it says. The knife's made in the USA, box printed in China. Anyway, it's the model 1800 Mini Mojo. I believe Austin Powers did carry this knife. Or maybe Mini-Me. I don't know. Here we go. What a cutie. Ken Onion design. One of the first Ken Onion designs, I believe. So, it's a speed-safe knife with an interesting lock. I don't know what they called it. I'm going to call it the stud lock. I'll show you how it works. And the flipper, it is a speed-safe spring assist flipper, but check this out. It's almost like the dongle in the middle of your Glock trigger. And this is interesting. If you push down on that flipper, even though it's behind the pivot, you should think it's like a push-button flipper. You'll never get it open. You have to come up here, and you have to sweep it. And then it opens easy as you please. There's some kind of a trigger mechanism in that little black piece. I don't know how it works. And then to close the knife, you notice that the thumbs are on little coil springs. And pushing them this way. So once you clear that shelf, that thing's locked in, and you just nudge it off and close it. How's that? Whoops, I opened it wrong. There we go. Cool right-hand tip-down clip. I mean, it's the oniony clip. So here you go. It's 440A blade steel. 2 3/8 inches of blade length to that furthest forward point. 3 9/16 is your handle length. Nice black G10 inlay on the show side. Stainless steel frame. We'll call it like new in box. Discontinued, not a stock for a long time. Let's see if I have a date code on that blade. I think it says May of 2006 right back there. Out there. I kind of like how that works. I really do. Anyway, sold listings on eBay. There was one that was a hacked up piece of crap out of somebody's junk drawer that did $54. And there was a pristine one that did $180 sold, shipped. This one can be yours. $85 like it is, $115 with an APostleP edge. The Mini Mojo Kershaw 1800. Next, looks like we have another Kershaw from that same time period. But notice, missing the American flag on the box. Why? Because it's made in Japan. The box is printed in the United States. I don't know. So here's what we got. A 4390 double duty. Traditional folding pocket knife made in Seki City, Japan, and oh my, are these well made. So you got nickel silver bolsters. They call it redwood. It's a laminated wood product. It's a dyed red plywood. You know, we got Paca wood, diamond wood today. Something like that. Brass liners, beautifully hafted. Elegant little thumb studs. And guys, oh I bet I can do this. Yeah. You just have to get the right geometry. The mechanism is stunningly smooth, and it's almost got a little pop coming out. It's hard to explain. They're just well made. So you got a spay blade, and then from the other end, we have a sort of muskrat clip. Kai Japan. Full flat ground awesomeness. Just beautifully made Japanese traditional pocket knife. 4 1/16 closed. Both blades center beautifully. The action and lockup are great. The condition will be near mint in box. Long discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $70 and $139. Can't believe there's a nicer example out there than this one. $70 is your price. Shipped priority mail. $100. I sharpen both blades. Next up, if you like that one, but it's a little long for your pocket, you might like this one. Another Kershaw, no American flag, but made in Japan. This is the 4380 double cross. The other one was the double duty. This is the double cross. Same thinking. I think I love the handle a little more on this one, just from an aesthetic standpoint. Laminated redwood covers, nickel silver bolsters, brass liners. Not sure what those spacers are. They could be G10. They could be some kind of phenolic. Stunning condition. Knife opens with thumb studs. It's an opposing. We'll call that an opposite end jack, right? Main muskrat clip. Secondary horn cliff. Let's see, both blades lock up beautifully. Let's close them. And they both center beautifully as well. Very near mint in box condition. Made in Seki, Japan. Discontinued, not stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $103 and $138. Your price for this one, $70 all in, shipped priority mail. $100 if you'd like my edge on both blades. That's the 4380 double cross from Kershaw. Next up, we have classic, iconic, modern folders from Gerber. Here's the first one. What does that say? It says made in USA. Yes, it does. So this is the Gerber 39 series. The Micarta and S30V version. Very interesting knife. Very, very interesting knife. Black canvas micarta scales. Black hard anodized aluminum bolsters, I think. And if there's one thing they kind of blew it with on this knife, that pocket clip, tip up deep carry with a lanyard attachment point. It goes on with 3 screws, 2 on the back side and 1 here. Why on earth didn't they make that symmetrical so you could flip the clip? It's right hand, tip up only. Okay. Knife opens with a thumb disc. Did you see that little pop from the detent? It's very interesting. It wants to come open. Blade steel is S30V. Made in Portland, Oregon, USA. A flat saber ground spear point with a little swedge out front. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism, which is rock solid. Washer system is phosphor bronze. Great action. Rock solid lockup. And check out that centering. Bang. Near mint in box. Discontinued and out of stock. This is a hard knife to price reference. No sold listings anywhere. But I found a current buy it now listing Guy wants $250 shipped. How about we do $125 on this one? $150 with an APOSTLEP edge. That's the Gerber 39 series in Micarta and S30V. Next up, we got more goodness from Gerber. It's so nice to be able to say that. We got goodness from Gerber. Check out that box. Legendary blades. This is the model 06900 Spectre. 154 cm blade, titanium liners, G10 scales, a pocket clip, and a fine edge. Here is the Spectre. There's your black G10. Very Emerson-y, isn't it? There is your pocket clip. Looks like it's going to be right-hand tip down deep carry. There are your titanium liners. And we got a couple thumb studs. Let's see if they work. Oh, bang. You kidding me? Wow. Oh, by the way, it's a first production run knife. Bladed in 154 cm. And some kind of a black coating. Don't know exactly what. I wrote DLC, but it may or may not be that. Blade length is 3 9/16, not a short blade. Handle 4 3/8. It's on nylotron washers like Emerson. I think these guys traded technology, kind of in the same part of the country. So let's see. Rock solid lockup, super smooth action. Centering is slightly off to the bottom as you're looking at it. I'm going to call it near mint to like new in box. Long discontinued, not a stock. One sold listing on eBay. Don't know if it was a first production run knife. It might have been a standard production. But that knife did $266. See, Gerber doesn't make a knife like this anymore. I mean, geez. It's light with the titanium liners. It is fast. It is very ergonomic. Just super well made. Anyhow, we're not going to ask for $266. $110. It's yours, shipped priority mail. $135 with an APOSTLEP edge. The 06900 Spectre, first production run from Gerber. Next up, speaking of Emerson, we sold like a sister knife to this last week. This one ought to be more popular even. It's probably the most popular Emerson model ever. From 2001, we got a CQC7B SFS with wave. I think the SFS is for the blasted finish, right? So here we go. Emerson G10, wavy G10. You know that sort of stripe effect they have. Look at that, beautifully finished, like a PVD with some shine. Emerson pocket clip, right hand. Tip up or down on this one. How about that? Opens with a disc or a wave. Blasted blade, 154 cm. 3 3/16 long. Handles 4 5/8 inches in length. Titanium liner lock, early and securely. A little stiff on the action. Centering, I'm going to call it off. Is it rubbing? It is not rubbing. Condition will be near mint to like new in box. A knife that I think is currently produced but is not in stock anywhere. If you could find a new one, it would be $190 web retail. Your price for this one, 24 years old, $150, like it is $180 with an APOSTLEP edge. The CQC7B SFS with wave from Emerson. Time to turn the page. All right, next. This is a super cool knife. I think I talked about this in my tease video yesterday. It says Tree Brand Classic. Now, when I see Boker and I see Tree Brand, I think traditional pocket knife. That's not what this is. This is the Walter Brand design model 2055. And it's beautiful. Black G10 scales, titanium liners, titanium bolsters with a little orange peel going on, bead blasted right hand tip down pocket clip, gorgeous knurled thumb studs, beautiful thumb stud flicking action, kind of a deep, low, hollow saber grind on, I guess we'll call that a swedged spear point in 440C, made in Solingen, Germany. Rides on Nylotron washers. That titanium lock bar is right in the middle of the blade tang, and it is rock solid. A little bit of stick, probably because I just checked it. And this is interesting. The first 3,000 of these were serialized right there at the thumb contact point of the lock bar. This is serial number 1830 of 3,000 serialized. They made more than that, but anyway. Soft detent, but the natural position builds tension, so it's not really that important. Centering is down the middle. I called it close. I guess it favors the bottom side scale ever so slightly. So let's see. Near mint to like new in box. Discontinued and out of stock. I found one sold listing on eBay for $159 shipped. It couldn't be as nice as this one. But we're only going to ask you for $140 on this one. $165 with my edge on a high quality German made modern folder designed by Walter Brand from Boker. Beautiful. Next up, it's case time. WR Case and Sons Cutlery Company. We have a GWG 61549L copper lock. And GWG stands for Green Worm Groove. And that has some serious groove. I do not like green bone covers. These are gorgeous. I mean gorgeous. So standard copper lock stuff, right? 4 1/4 inches of closed length. Blade is a gorgeous fullered swedged clip point. Encased true sharp stainless, probably exactly like 420 HC. You get the canoe-shaped bolster, plain end cap, just a great sort of curved handled trapper. You can actually sneak up on that one a little bit. Mid-lock mechanism. Beautifully smooth. Got a nice spring. Lockup is dead rock solid. Let's see, how's the centering? Centering is going to favor the bottom side scale as you're looking at it. It is near mint to like new in box. Now, the copper lock, well, I'm sure is still being made. This configuration, gone. Gone. Discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $117 and $136 for this one. Your price, $95 shipped priority mail, $115 if you'd like it with my edge. Man, the copper lock is just such a great pocket knife in the hand. Maybe my favorite case ever. No. What's the swing guard? It's escaping me. That's my favorite. Cheetah. But this is probably my close second. So yeah, 95 like it is, 115 with my edge. That's in your inventory as case GWG 61549 LSS copper lock GNWG for Green Worm Groove. Next, well, looky here. It's another case, another copper lock. This is the 71549 LSS copper lock in rosewood. So same 4 1/4 inch closed length. Got your nickel silver bolsters, your brass liners, your canoe-shaped bolster, plain end cap, diamond shield with the case script, midlock design, a gorgeous fullered and swedged tumble polished clip point blade in true sharp stainless, midlock mechanism, rock solid lockup, nice spring. Centering on this one, I'm going to say is close. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Discontinued, not a stock in this configuration. Okay. Sold listings on eBay range between 85 and 173. So a little bigger spread on the rosewood, lower floor, higher ceiling, I guess. This near mint to like new in box example can be yours. $95 like it is. $115 if you'd like to come with my edge. That's the rosewood copper lock from Case. Next up, we got one from Tucson. Designed and made in Yangjiang, China. Yeah. I gotta appreciate that. You guys have heard me say this before. Chinese company makes knives. Be proud about it. Don't try to deceive us. Yeah, and they make some pretty cool knives for $low. And this might be the coolest one ever. It's the TS223 Jerry Jelly. Jelly Jerry? Jelly Jerry. Gee, come on, Rob. Gorgeous fluted carbon fiber scales over a titanium frame. Liners and bolsters are integral, one piece. Matching titanium backspacer. Beautiful finely milled, I think a right-hand tip up pocket clip, because there's probably a cutout to hold that, which is not present on the other side. Anywho, we got a flipper. We got a full flat ground. I guess that's a drop point, wouldn't you say? An M390. 3 5/8 blade, 4 5/8 handle. There's your lock engagement. Beautiful and rock solid. Smooth and free ball bearings. Perfect blade centering. Like new in box. You buy these brand new. Web retail of $120. How about just save yourself $40? $80 for this one, all in, shipped priority mail, $110. If you'd like my edge on it, that is the TS223 from Tucson. Next, we got a Civivi Elementum button lock model C2103D with the brown micarta handle, black liners, and a 14C28N blade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the button lock Elementum. There's your micarta. There are your black liners. Got a micarta backspacer with a little hidden lanyard post. Deep carry pocket clip, ambidextrous tip up. And there's no thumb stud and there's no flipper. You just press the button and give it a fling. Fling that sucker. Yeah, nice robust detent. You can pinch it. No, you can't. You got to press the lock to get it open. Anyway, pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Kind of an acid stone washed spear point, hollow ground with a little swedge, bit of jimping. You can sneak up on it. Lock up is dead rock solid. Blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4.5. Action and lockup are perfect. The centering is perfect. The condition is like new in box. You can have one of these brand new at your favorite Civivi retailer for $66, web new. This one, $40, shipped, priority mail, $65 with an ApostleP edge. The 2103D button lock Elementum in brown from Civivi. Next up, you don't like brown, you wear a lot of greens. Okay, well, here we go. From Civivi, we have the C2103B. not D, but B, in olive micarta, black stainless steel liners, and a black 14C 28N blade. Well, there you go. O.D. micarta, ambidextrous tip-up deep carry pocket clip, black liners, black blade. Button lock mechanism. You can't thumb it, you can't flip it, you just fling it. You press the button and you fling it. Yeah, quickly. There's your blade, 14C28. N, hollow ground, highly ground swedged spear. Blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4.5. The lockup is dead rock solid. The action is a free swinger. The centering is perfect. The condition is like new in box. These are currently available new from your favorite Civivi online knife seller for $66 plus tax, maybe some postage. Or just buy this one all in, shipped priority mail, $40 like it is, $65 sharpened. That is the C2103B button lock Elementum in O.D. green. Next up, we have a cool knife from Kaiser. It is the V5458 E5 Big Lader XL carbon fiber White Mountain Knives exclusive that is no longer available. And it's a shred carbon fiber. Yeah, it is the XL button lock ball bearing flipper. Nice swedged spear. And the blade steel is 154 cm. Blade length is 3 15/16, not a small knife. Handle length is 5 1/16. Pocket clip polished, deep carry, tip up, ambidextrous. Steel liners, drilled for lightness. Free dropping action. Perfect blade centering, and you can thumb it as well. Lockup, rock solid. Condition, like new in box. Discontinued, not a stock. I can't find them. I looked at sold listings on eBay. I looked at current listings on eBay. They're gone. I can tell you this. I found some sold listings for micarta scaled versions of this knife. Those were between $62 and $94. This one got to be worth more than them. Let's do $75. Shipped priority mail, $100 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Big Lader XL in carbon fiber from Kaiser. Next up, I bought one of these knives when they were brand new. Bought it directly from Knife Ship Free in person in Escanaba, Michigan. These were a big deal when they came out. Full-size Griptilian. No Norel GTX handle on this one. And now no 154 cm blade. We have beautifully set and finished diamond milled 3D machine gray G10 with blue G10 liners, blue hard anodized aluminum standoffs, a black deep carry ambidextrous tip up pocket clip, and a flat saber ground modified sheep's foot blade in CPM 20 CV. Yes. 3 7/16 blade, 4 5/8 handle. Rock solid axis lock lockup. Near free dropping action. You could probably get it lubed and adjusted to do that more freely. It's really solid action. Rock solid lockup. Blade centering. What? Somebody blew it. That blade's perfectly centered. Come on, Benchmade. You can do better than that. You're going to blow your reputation. I wrote very close, but man, it's pretty perfect. Anyway, near mint, no box, discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings range between 138 and 204. I could call this like new, probably. That's a painted clip, and there's not a chip out of it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Mechanically good too. Your price $140 like it is. $170 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Benchmade 550-1 grip, gray G10 and 20 CV. Next up. Oh man, you know, I've been flirting with this knife since it came out. I really like it. It's just too doggone expensive new. It's a Benchmade from their Water series. It's the 18065 Mini Adira. It's scaled in depth blue grivery. And this is a beautiful piece of grivery. The surfacing is just gorgeous. The grip on this little panel of traction is great. That looks like a titanium backspacer, is it? You got the Parkerized butterfly, ambidextrous tip-up deep carry pocket clip. You got some orange thumb studs. Knife flicks out beautifully. Axis lock mechanism, rides on phosphor bronze. Not quite a free dropper, but most excellent action. The blade, CPM MagnaCut. Swedged spear with a little thumb ramp. Lock up, dead rock solid. Centering, I don't know, would perfect be okay? Okay. Condition like new, no box. The price of these brand new at your favorite Benchmade or retailer, $230 map price. Too dang much. I'm sorry, it's just too much. Your price for this one, $165. That's the right price. That's the Mini Adira from Benchmade. By the way, blade 3 1/4, handle 4 1/4. Sorry if I forgot to mention that. Beautiful knife. Next up. In an ever-changing world, there are a few constants, but this is one. From the Benchmade Knife Company, Oregon City, Oregon, we have the 940 Osborne. No dashes, no nothing, no suffixes. Just, I don't know. I think it's the most iconic modern folder ever devised by mankind. Scales, green, hard anodized aluminum, unmarked. Pocket clip, Parkerized, Emerson style, deeply stamped. Benchmade clip, ambidextrous tip up, backspacer, purple, anodized titanium. Opens with thumb studs. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. Locks up, rock solid, blade 3 7/16. Handle 4 7/16. Centering, yeah, okay. I called it close. Depends on what light you're looking at it in, what angle. Near mint to like new inbox. Currently available. I remember when you could buy these for $170 brand new at Knife Ship Free. Those days are gone. Now they're $240. But this one, a mechanically near perfect, if not perfect example. Condition near mint to like new in box. Your price $180 like it is. $205 sharpened on the legend, the 940 Osborne from Benchmade. Next up. Benchmade the last few years has been on a penchant to offer lightweight automatic knives. This here is one of them, and I love it. It's the 5371 FE Shootout in the drop point configuration. Man, look at that. I gotta believe that's the CF Elite polymer. What does it say here? They say grivery. Okay. Black grivery. So you got this diamond. It's almost like a radial diamond pattern. It's got a sunray thing going on. And then your base texture. And then you got this. This is like skateboard tape grippy right here. It's so cool. Pocket clip. Ambidextrous Parkerized deep carry. glass breaker. Handle length is 4 15/16. There's your button. I will call the button effort medium firm. Maybe just medium. It's slow like a Benchmade, but 100% reliable. And a very nice button. The blade is Flat Dark Earth Cerakote CPM Crew Wear, a gorgeous swedge drop point, super thin. I'm going to say that's 100 thousandths stock. Might be 3/32. Thin, slicey, very high flat grind. Blade length is 3 7/16. That knife is so good. I mean, it is so good. Like new in box, you buy these brand new for a web retail of $325. This one can be yours like new in box for $225. $250 with my edge on that Crewwear blade. That is the Rob's pick tonight. The 5371 FE Shootout. First production run, too. Is that right? Yeah, look at that. That is a sweet pocket knife. Next up, did I say Benchmade had been on a kick of developing lightweight automatic knives? I did. This one's a black class knife, the 3370 GY-1 Claymore OTF. OD green, Ranger green grivery handle, side mounted button, big spring. Something special about this knife, see how the hole is in the middle of the handle? There's some interesting engineering inside of this knife to make that possible. Usually you have a thick side and a cap side, but Benchmade put it down the middle. Very cool. Closed length is 5 inches. You got the ambidextrous deep carry Parkerized butterfly stamped clip. The blade is a smoke PVD gray, double-edged in CPM D2. This knife also a first production run knife. I got a little oil spot there. Interesting chisel ground edges. How do I do that? It'll come off. Anyhow, blade length is 3 7/8. I'll call that button medium as well. Condition near mint in box. Currently available brand new at your favorite Benchmade retailer for $400. This one can be yours, however, for $275. No need to sharpen that double-edged blade. That's the 3370 GY-1 Claymore OTF from Benchmade. Next up. Well, this is an interesting knife. So I expected a label on the box. There's not. There is this label. That is not from Hogue. It is not from a retailer. That's from the Department of Defense. This is an NSN knife. The NSN is 1095-01-598-4471. You all would know this. That means this was bought from a PX or PX-affiliated retailer. You would know this knife as the 54060-EXLKRL Incursion from Hogue. Comes in a MOLLE-compatible nylon sheath with real Velcro. And it's a black-handled out the front, dual-action, automatic, black, hard anodized, aluminum handle. See, there's what I was talking about with that Claymore. This is conventional offset blade, right? Pocket clip will be ambidextrous, and your nut has a carbide glass breaker in it. The handle length on this is 5 5/8 to the end of the glass breaker. Spine-mounted button. It's firm, by the way. You got a stonewashed double-edged blade in 154 cm. Its length is 3 7/8. The handle, as I said, is 5 5/8. Button is firm. Do not complain when you wear your thumb out, boys. Okay, we will call this near mint to like new in box with sheath. You can buy this knife brand new at your favorite Hogue retailer for $280. We shall offer it today at $210. Like it is, no need to sharpen. The Incursion from Hogue. Next up, we have one from Tactile Knives. Comes with the gray card. It's a Maverick in titanium and MagnaCut. The blade hardened to 63 to 64 Rockwell. It's a crime they do not make this knife left-handed. I have beautiful, finely milled titanium scales over nested stainless steel liners. I have what is essentially a pillared deep carry clip, and it is in titanium, blue pivot hardware, blue anodized hourglass standoffs, crossbar lock, thumb stud actuation, on phosphobronze, blade length 3.5, handle 4 3/4. Richard Rogers designed. Rock solid lockup, beautiful action, perfect centering, like new in box. You can order this knife directly from Tactile on their website. It'll cost you $349. This one can be yours, available instantly. $275 like it is $305 with an APOSTLEP edge. Beautiful knife. The Tactile Maverick in MagnaCut. Next up, we have one from Spartan Blades. And this would be their Chinese-produced line. Designed by Les George. We have the Astor. ASTOR. Scaled in O.D. green G10 with sort of a coarse texture, not quite cold steel coarse. Pocket clip. Ambidextrous tip-up deep carry. Opens with thumb studs. Rides on phosphobronze. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism. Gorgeous Les George blade. In CTS XHP, which is important because they make them in XHP, and I think they make them in 154 CM for the same price, but we all know the XHP will be the one people want. Looks like 1/8 stock, maybe a little thicker, but nice high flat grind, pretty thin behind the edge. There's your lock engagement. It is dead rock solid. Action is beautiful, though not ball bearing free. Centering is gorgeous. Condition near mint in box. You can buy these brand new for $110. This one can be yours all in, shipped, priority mail, $85 like it is, $110 with an APOSTLEP edge. That's the Astor in OD and XHP from Spartan. Next up, we got one from Medford Knife and Tool. No outer box, no offensive warranty letter. You do get a card. This is a Medford model I've never had in my hand. It's the Praetorian Scout. Military and police, right? So you get your American flag lightly milled into the black G10 over there. And then you got your Medford Maker's Mark here. Looks like somebody has smoothed under the pocket clip just a little bit, which is right-hand tip up. The knife opens by placing the thumb in the fuller. Blade steel's D2. 3 3/4 inches of it. Tonto configuration. The handle, 4 15/16. It is a titanium liner lock knife. But it's a Medford, so the mechanics are spot on. Phosphobronze washers work beautifully. Centering dead down the middle, and the lockup is rock solid. A little bit of stick to let you know it's there. Near mint in pouch, no outer box. These are $450 brand new at your favorite Medford retailer. Your price for this one, $300, all in, shipped priority mail, $330 with an APOSTLEP edge. The Praetorian Scout M&P from Medford. Next up. It's a hinderer. Eclipse 3.5 and S45VN slicer hollow grind. Stonewashed bronze frame. Black G10 scale. I think the black and the bronze look beautiful together. Such a beautiful knife. I like the Eclipse more than the XM. I just do. Got some very light clip scratches, if I can get them to catch light right through there. Tri-way pivot, embossed, etched on the flipper. It opens with a flipper. It's a very slightly detectably hollow, very large hollow grind. Got a little Umnumzon profile going on, doesn't it? And it's thin. Blade length is 3 9/16. The handle's 4 3/4. There's your lock engagement on your steel inserted titanium frame lock. Flips great. Centers perfectly. Out of stock at $425 web retail. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $360 like it is, $390 with an APOSTLEP edge. The Eclipse hollow ground slicer from Hinderer. Next up, first one of these I've seen. From Mr. Chavez, we got a Blue Label knife. So I guess this is the price leader line for Chavez, right? And the knife inside the blue box is a Redención 229 Tanto with red G10 and black everywhere else. Pretty cool. You got your right-hand tip-up milled titanium Mick Jagger skull clip, and then you got your Gen X clip here. Knife opens with thumb studs, rides on ball bearings. You got that tumbled DLC finish on an LMAX blade. 3 7/16 inches of blade, 4 9/16 inches of handle. Do you have a ball bearing pivot? Yes, you do. Lockup is rock solid. Lockup is beautifully secure, but not late. Centering is like a Chavez, to say perfect. Condition like new, in box. This knife currently available for a web retail of $180. Oh, they're not currently available. The red ones are gone. They're out of stock. But we're not going to hold you up. Let's do $150 like it is, $180 with an APOSTLEP edge. The Chavez Blue Label Redención 229 Tanto in red. Next up, we have one from Rayot, and this is one of the coolest Rayots I've ever seen. It is the PL-XF. That's the model name, PL-XF. This one in jade G10 with black everywhere else, which is the right way to do jade because the black shows through. It's so cool. So, very interesting knife. Jade G10 we know. Pocket clip. Ambidextrous tip up with fill tab. Black liners, black backspacer, don't know the material. It's a flipper, and it's on ball bearings, but where's the, that's not a lock, that's a safety. Oh, wait, it's called a pivot lock. Just pinch the pivot, and down she goes. How cool is that? Your fingers are all out of the way. Blade looks like a tumbled DLC in Nitro V. Swedge drop point. Blade length is 3 3/8. The handle's 4 1/2. Lockup is dead rock solid. And if you push the safety, then you can't release the blade. Okay. Centering is Rayot perfect. Mirror mint to like new in box. $122 is your web retail price for these. Let's do $90 on this one. All in shipped priority mail, $110 with my edge. The PLXF from Rayon. Next up, we got one from Jack Wolf Knives. Modern interpretation, timeless design. The knife inside this box and aluminum tube is the Feel Good Jack in Bazooka Pink Camo Carbon. So this would be the modern interpretation of a doctor's knife. Comes in a gray lion steel clip slip, no factory slip. Here we go. What a little cutie. So integral titanium liners, bolsters, and end caps. Steel spring, of course. And there's your pink, Bazooka Pink Camo Carbon. It doesn't look very pink. Anyway. 3 3/4 inches closed length. It is a half-stop fusion slip joint. About an 8 pull. And this is a conventional kick knife, so no internal stop pin for the closed position. The kick rides on the back spring. The blade is a full height hollow ground sheep's foot with a gorgeous swedge, long pull. The blade length is 3 1/16. The steel is S90V. Walk and talk are beautiful. Centering is as well. We'll call it very, 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 very close. These are currently available for a web retail on Jack Wolf's website of $299. This one can be yours. All in, shipped priority mail, $190 like it is, $225 with an APOSTLEP edge. That's the Feel Good Jack. That's not right. $215 sharpened, not $225. The Feel Good Jack from Jack Wolf Knives. And that, my friends, brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. It is from Asher Knives. Comes in a flip-top box. It is the Spiro, the all titanium frame lock and thumb stud version, which is the one to have, by the way. Some of them have the oval hole. Some of them are not all titanium. This is kind of the full meal deal for the Spiro. So kind of an acid stonewashed titanium frame, steel inserted titanium frame lock, ambidextrous tip up deep carry pocket clip. Blade opens with thumb studs. It rides on ball bearings. You have a fullered spear point in S35 the end, 3 1/4 inches in length, 4 3/8 inches a handle. In the hand, it just falls into the hand. Everything is right where your hand wants it. Rock solid lockup, locking up thusly. I would assume it's a dropper shutter. It is. Blade centering is perfect. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $125 web retail. Your price for this one, $95 like it is, $120 with an APOSTLEP edge. You can't buy a new one, but you can buy this one. The Asher Knife Spiro, titanium and thumb studs. And that brings us, my friends, to the end of another weekly knife sale on the APOSTLEP channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Happy Independence Day, by golly. One more year and it's 250. Wow. It's a great time to be an American. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now go get you some deals. Talk to you soon.